What's up, sports fans? I'm Rene Garza Jr.,
And I'm Freddie Guevara.
and welcome to another episode of Tailgate 956, where we cover sports across the Valley and the Lone Star State. Now, before we begin today's episode, here's a shout out to our sponsors. Apogee Comics, the best in independent comic books. If you're looking for a great read, make your next comic book Apogee. Visit Apogee Comics on all their social medias and on their website at www.apogeecomics.com.
And Rick's Auto Shop for all your auto repair needs.
Located on Indiana Street in Brownsville. My brother, what a week has been.
Crushing.
Indeed, a lot of ups and downs and and
And downs
finally,
and downs.
ups, downs, blood pressure been going up and down, passing out. You might think it's diabetes, but it's not. It's sports. It's sports here for us sports fans here at Tailgate.
I had to double up on my medication.
Oh, indeed, my friend. Indeed, my brother. Let's start off with Valley Sports. UTRDV baseball. Those kids.
Knock him out of the park.
Phenomenal. They've been doing phenomenal. And the next upcoming game that they have is against Utah Valley.
Ooh.
And they've been consistent, man. They've been consistent. Like, I'm really happy the way they've been performing. Honestly, these kids are bringing home championships.
And I believe it's redemption. We were talking about. You were saying that that's who they lost to last time.
No. That was Utah Tech. Utah Valley's another one.
Oh, okay.
They're gonna beat up the other Utah schools.
They're gonna get revenge on them.
Yeah, but no, those kids been knocking out dingers into orbit, man. I still right now. I bet the baseball's hitting satellites out there. That's how hot they've been.
Boom,
Yeah,
back to back.
Yeah, indeed.
Man.
But man, it's been phenomenal. It's been phenomenal in the world of baseball, definitely.
Just ridiculous how far these kids can go, man. I can't imagine.
I can guarantee that those kids, like, they can go to the majors. Honestly.
Oh, definitely. I like to see them go ahead and be looked at because, man, they're having just a great season, a great phenomenal, like dominating.
Oh yeah, no, they've been dominating nonstop. Yeah, and like I said, I know they're gonna take care of Utah Valley. Definitely.
Yeah,
which they play on the 12th, by the way. So if you're in Edinburgh or you want to catch a good baseball game, hey, come on down, watch those kids play their hearts out because, man, you're in for a treat. Definitely.
It's very, very. Come over here and support the UTRGV.
Yeah, rally the Valley, guys. Rally the Valley.
Yeah, especially supporting them in their hard work and determination, and just a very successful already season.
And speaking of dugouts, drama, baseball, everything good in the diamond. This past weekend has been a stressful time for Astros and Rangers fans. Oh man, it's been one another Texas showdown between two of the Texas favorites, of course, Rangers and the Houston Astros.
And of course, bumping
heads as always. And of course, the Astros have been struggling as of late, honestly, with a 4-7 record. A lot of fans, and I say bandwagon fans, will be like, "Oh no, this team is done. This team is ruined. They shouldn't have gotten rid of Dusty. Why are they keeping him? Blah 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 blah. Why they get rid of Neres? Blah 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 blah. It's all strategy, guys. They're all adjusting. They need to fine tune the pitching. I'm still stand by when I said last time that Framer Valdez is not a starting pitcher. Apparently, this past game he was out. He's out now for the 15 game. Because of a sore elbow and all that. But honestly, I think it's because he's embarrassed the way he's been performing.
Ooh. And what do you think the changes they need to go ahead and make?
When it comes to pitching staff, honestly, they've been all right. There's a couple of pitchers that like Taylor Scott and Brian Abreu. I don't know what happened to him, but I haven't enjoyed the way he's been doing at the mound at all. But they need to fix that up. And Framer was. You already know where I stand with that. He needs to stay in AAA and just learn the basics all over again. But I feel that they should change up the rotation and batting, honestly, because they do have consistent batters like Jordan, Altuve, Bregman, McCormick, who, Altuve has been kind of struggling somewhat, not really, but I feel like changing the rotation up and knowing that batters can get some, others on base, and having other ones that can knock it into orbit, like Jordan and all that, they should change it up in that aspect. That way they can get more on the board and put some cushion when it comes to scoring against the other teams. And you've seen that these last two games when they went up against the Rangers, which is last two that they won. So it still ended up in the draw on the Texas Showdown. So I'm
True
excited about
and
that.
two.
Yeah, yeah. And when it comes to the Rangers, they've been doing well. I believe they're at a 6-7 score. I believe so. Yes. Oh, sorry, 6-4. I'm giving them more games already.
Ándale.
6-4. I'm sorry. I'm giving them more losses. Biased or what? No, I'm joking. Although
Well,
the one that didn't show up these last 2 games is Garcia, which I'm surprised about that because when it comes to Simeon and Garcia, those were one of the two batters that I was like, ooh, these guys are going to tear up our pitchers apart. But Garcia kind of struggled a bit this past series, so who knows how well they're going to do up against this next these next upcoming series with I don't forget who they were going to face.
little rusty.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But I know the Astros go up against the Royals tonight, so I'm excited.
Excited about
Yeah,
that.
I'm excited about that. Hopefully they improve on this, back to back, and then a new back to back wins.
Maybe they can get on a hot streak. That's what they need.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. They do need that hot streak. They do need that win. They need to put those doubters,
It's still very early.
They're the Houston Astros.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like, I'll do in an interview. Hey, there's 150 some games left.
we're way too much.
People are already like, we're like, man, the season's over and all that. I'm like, bro, hey, hold on, jump off the bandwagon. Yeah, those kind of fans aren't needed. You know what I mean?
At least wait 20 games, man. At least maybe halfway around there.
If it's like 50 games and you're like, I'm playing up time now.
Okay, maybe. Yeah.
No, even at that.
Even at that, they still got a long way to go.
Me, hey, I still rock. Win or lose, I'm still a Nationals fan.
Exactly, still supportive of the Texas teams, but nonetheless, I mean, we're realistic. We'll go ahead and talk about what needs to change and what's affecting. I mean, nonetheless, of course.
I said, I honestly stand by the whole rotating the batting schedule, like who's going to bat and who's not, because I know they can get some guys on bases. Some guys they can knock it out of the park. They can get some base hits or a double or triple or whatever. But they need to do that to get some scores on the board, because like the inconsistency in scoring, like one home run and another home run, but you can see it at times too. Like Jordan yesterday, they had a dry spell, but they had some on bases and they hit 3-0, and from there, boom, 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 and they ended up winning 10-5. Which goes to show you they changed up the rotation a bit there, and they did phenomenal. So I feel that they need to do that in order to stay consistent and show up how they always show up.
Well, I mean, just like anything else. I mean, it's the beginning of the season. Do you think they're maybe testing it out, trying to change out what works better?
Yeah, and you can see that. Yeah, you can see that.
Yeah,
they're testing. Everyone's new. Like for example, yesterday they had Hensley come up from AAA because Framer got injured, which sucks. It sucks. I don't like the way he's pitching, but getting injured, sore elbow. Hey, like. Hopefully he gets better. There's nothing else that's serious, But people were tearing him up online. I'm like, hey, calm down. That guy barely got up from AAA. They all like, oh, because I hear they're going to lose and blah, 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 blah. I'm like, hey, man, they're tearing that kid apart. I'm like, hey, calm down, man. That's his first time. Like in the majors, it's different between AAA and there. You know what I mean?
He needs to get adjusted. You need to adjust.
Exactly,
you need to adjust.
Okay. It was his first time at bat. He let 5 runs go. Ouch. Yeah. Okay. Okay. From like training into a quick, boxing match. Yeah, it's gonna happen. He's gonna get KO'd, and he definitely got KO'd against last year's champs. Of course, that was gonna happen.
No, well, exactly.
I wasn't surprised. I wasn't surprised at all seeing that happen.
And that's another thing. Like you just said it. Look at the team that he got put up against too. Yeah. I mean, you got nerves on top of nerves, and I mean, like you said, when you go into that mound, I bet you the nerves that he had before going over there, and then in the majors is totally different, and it's his first time. You know what I mean?
It is different, isn't it? So you'll be like, oh
yeah,
no, I seen him differently when he was practicing. I seen footage of him. And he was like, straight, firing cannons out of his hand, nothing but strikes. Yeah. But that's practice.
Yeah.
There ain't fans around. There ain't people booing you and threatening your life.
Yeah.
Although they're doing that, they're out of their mind. But I'm just saying.
Why so serious?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. But like, you know, I mean, like, cut the kid some slack, guys. You know?
Let's take it easy, guys.
Yeah. I understand it's his rookie season. He barely
Breathe.
called up, man. He barely called up.
Give my boy a chance.
Let him breathe. Yeah, he messed up. I'm pretty sure the next time I bat, or if he goes down to AAA, hey, he knows what to work on.
Hey, support him. You never know. It might be like something that he has in me. You know, he might be do better with supportive people,
Yeah,
supportive,
exactly.
yeah, screams, supportive yells.
Exactly.
You know,
For me,
chanting out
for
there.
me, they have to, hey, respect, man. You've done a lot. Well, those so-called people that can't pitch do, you know.
Well, look. It's an accomplishment in itself to go ahead and move up to the major. So, yeah, they must have seen something on this kid, and the Astros are just not anybody just to move anybody up. So for them to have gone and done that, it's for a reason. They must have saw something in there, and you know what? I mean, I just think you just give him a chance. You know, let us see what he's got. Give him a couple of games, then we can make our own adjustments. We can make our own opinions on there. But you know what? It's game one for him. You know.
Yeah. Literally game one. I think they're gonna keep him in rotation. I guess to build up that Kyle, build up that
confidence.
Yeah, that confidence, that endurance. You know, like hey, have him pitch more with the bigger crowds against like way tougher teams. I'm not saying the AAA teams they got nothing, but hey, there's the reason why they're in the majors.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you know,
the best of the best.
I hear you. Yeah, I hear you. Would you think that tonight's game would be a good one?
Well, he's not starting pitching. I think the one starting pitching tonight is Christian Javier, which he's done well. So I'm confident in tonight's game.
Do you feel better on that starting lineup?
Yeah, because the way he's pitched so far, even especially against the Yankees, and I believe he pitched against the Blue Jays, he's done phenomenal of having like no hitters like cross him.
A good way to start.
Maybe a couple of base hits, like someone gets hits, but like scoring wise and like he does his job.
He does his stops.
Yeah, he doesn't stop. He stops them. He stops the momentum of the other team. So I'm confident in tonight's game against the Royals. So go Astros.
Yeah, go Astros there.
Yeah. But moving on to the NBA, the Houston Rockets, man.
Man, so disappointing. So disappointing.
Oh, man.
Well, I mean, came up short. Unfortunately, they came up short. Houston, they had it there. I mean, it's so disappointing because we would have loved to see them in the playoffs.
Yeah. They ended up losing to Minnesota by 7 points, I believe. That was the score.
So, man, came up very short. I mean, it was right there within their grasps. The games was there, but yeah. They're officially out.
Oh yeah, they're off playoff contention at all completely, and then now they're just playing just to finish the season. But you know, me as a fan that I've seen and all that, injuries, hiccups, little mishaps and errors and all that, that happens. But you know what? They've done better than they ever have other seasons.
I mean, they had a great season.
Yeah.
They had a great season.
Unfortunately, it fell short that they didn't make it to the playoffs. But hey, if they keep this momentum and maybe tweak it a little bit more, I'm thinking they'll be right up there with the Mavericks.
Well, I mean, it was close by until right now. I mean, the Mavericks, they've been on a good hot streak right now. They're doing well, not very hot, but I mean, they've been staying on top at least, and now they're on their 2-game ahead against the Pelicans, and they're still on the top of the division.
Yeah.
So, I mean, congratulations to the Mavericks for doing that and staying there on top, you know, keeping there. Because now it's their job to stay on top. Either way, they fall behind. They're still probably going to more than likely be in the playoffs. At this way, it still looks like they're secured their spot, so to say, although it's not official. But nonetheless, staying on top is something good, and hopefully they get that division win.
Yeah, because right now the only one that's keeping hope alive for an NBA championship in Texas is Dallas.
For any championship.
Oh, yeah, it's so true. Oh, that's painful. Oh.
Any championship. Well, we forgot to.
An epiphany. Oh.
Yes, because our other hopes died as well. Stick a fork in it. Oh, my Lord.
Yeah. Oh, the Vipers?
The Vipers as well. I don't want to go into that, but unfortunately, I mean, great season.
Oh, yeah,
great season.
Yeah,
great season. I felt like they had a lot more to give. I felt like they had a lot more to go forward to. And I mean, they honestly, that I don't think I don't feel like it's, but it had to be one of them.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it was the Vipers.
Yeah, unfortunately, it was our boys in the RGV. But you know what? They left it all in the court, and even at that, I still feel that they have a lot more to give.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I feel like they had a lot more. They could have gotten to give them a lot more.
But you know, next season's going to be even better.
Oh well, I mean, completely dominate. I mean, they just had a phenomenal season. I just can't I can't believe it ended this way. But unfortunately, like
we were talking about, they got this down, they got this going.
Yeah.
And then the same night, like, bro, they lost.
They lost. I cannot. When you told me that, I was like, what?
Yeah. I was like, so disappointed. Cause I'm like, okay, they're gonna beat this team. So like, I was already planning it with my wife, and I'm like, I was gonna tell you about it, like, hey, let's go to the playoff games.
Let's go support. Let's go surprise them over there.
We were so sure they were gonna win, and they
yes,
1 point. All right.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I was so sure. Like I was like, oh, let's go. We need to go ahead and plan for the playoff game. The final. Like I want to go to the final wherever it is.
Wherever it is. Yeah. We're all planning going playoff game final. We're already planning it out.
Yeah.
And then they're falling short. Yeah.
But nonetheless, great season. I mean, thank you for a great season.
Yes.
Vipers. Yes. I mean,
shout
great.
out to Nate Hinton.
Yes. Great player, great person.
Yeah.
I mean, he's still playing in Houston, so hopefully, get those wins, man, as much as wins as possible. He's still got a couple of wins, man.
He's gonna end the season on a high note with some wins.
Yeah.
Definitely get the dubs. Get those last dubs and bring it to
make it tougher on the other team to get there.
Ruin some plans. Ruin some plans for some other teams.
Oh yeah.
Plans. Yeah.
Do them dirty.
Put some fear in the next season. Put some fear in the Rockets.
Yeah, a preview of next season, right?
And when it comes to the city of San Antonio, the Spurs.
I heard it was raining over there from all them tears.
Sadly, Wemby came out with his own brand, though.
It's a Wemby.
Yeah, hey, that's the only news we have from the Spurs.
You know what? I'm happy for him. At least, he has his own probably brand. So
wins a win.
Wins a win.
San Antonio. Wins a win.
Yeah. I mean, Wemby deserves it.
Yeah, he does deserve it.
He does deserve it.
Besides him actually breaking record, we're just having fun here. Yeah, but he's breaking phenomenal records as a rookie. Yeah, and next season, him coming back and whoever they get as a point guard. Yes, the Spurs are going to be a threat. That's a guarantee. That's a guarantee.
Breaking records, breaking hearts.
Yeah. We're busting chops here, but I don't know if you noticed, but we're actually Spurs fans as well. So.
We're hurting inside.
Yeah, we're hurting inside. That's how we're coping with that pain.
Exactly.
We're coping with the pain with humor.
It's our own way of dealing with it.
Yeah. Margo Ligor was the one.
Yeah. Let's put the song.
But before we go on to one of our favorite subjects,
of course, of all times,
the NFL,
of course, still something to say.
Shout out to our sponsors, Apogee Comics, the best independent comic books. If you're looking for a great read, make your next comic book Apogee. Visit Apogee Comics on all their social media and on their website at www.apogeecomics.com.
And Rick's Auto Shop for all your auto repair needs.
Located on Indiana Street in Brownsville. Now, the gridiron. The first down. The turnover. The field goal. I don't know why I'm keep on going.
Right now, it feels like chess. More like chess right now. Just getting all the pieces together.
How about them Cowboys who are all in?
All in the defense. That's the only thing.
All in what?
All in the defense. Because other than that, I mean, I don't see anything in our offense. I mean, I got some sparks. I mean, I don't know. I mixed feelings, of course, but I am high confident in my man Zeke. I am glad that he's back because I have some expectations of the running game.
Oh, so Zeke is back then.
Well, there's very, very, very high talks. More than likely, it looks like that's going to happen.
Ooh.
It's more than likely going to happen.
Oh, I guess that is a win.
More than likely, yeah. For me, other people, why do you want Zeke? He wasted or whatever. You know what? I mean, I want him for those close downs, and I want him for those short downs because I have a lot of trust in my man, and he has determination, and he does not do was wrong. Out of those times, I cannot remember for the life of me, maybe a couple of times, maybe once or twice, that he fell short. Other than that, he's been tried stop behind the line of scrimmage and he's gone those yards. The first down, that touchdown, I mean, he has let me down. I mean, more he's let me down once or twice, like I said, maybe any fan. So I have a lot of trust in him. I have a lot of trust in him. As far as the running game, I mean, there's been a whole lot of rumors running around. Of course, closer to the draft, we'll see which one sticks. But we have a Lamb trade. I don't know how you would feel about that. How do you think? What do you think about that?
Oh man, a Lamb trade. Well, like the thing is, who would they get?
That's the thing.
Because like losing out on Lamb, I think it's a big loss for them.
What would you say would be a fair trade? Would you be content or would you think it's a fair trade for Lamb?
Right now, I think nothing, because Lamb knows the team, Lamb knows the game, the way it's played in Dallas. Like he's worked well with Dallas. The one that hasn't worked well with Dallas is Dak.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Yeah, that's the one that's been like.
Well, for me, I mean,
even besides a couple of like hiccups that Lamb's had, but that's because of the dumb refs. Like that one call against the Lions that they took the touchdown away.
Oh yeah,
like that one call. Like that, come on. That's just luck. But other than that, my confidence in trading Lamb, I feel that would be a dumb move. That would be a dumb move.
And I concur with that. Like, I don't think that there is. I mean, even like what I would be close to saying, like maybe if he was in another team, maybe what I would say is fair or a fair trade would be a couple of picks, like a couple of like one, maybe first, third, and fifth, maybe round pick.
Yeah.
And I would and maybe a player, because Lamb is that valuable. I would say he's shown what he can do. He's shown, but to me, he's just right now not what we cannot do that. We cannot afford to do that in another sense because of how our team is right now in offense.
Yeah.
I wouldn't think even those picks would be worth Lamb. So as a trade, I hope is a no-go. I hope that trade is a no-go.
Because you agree, right? They're like, yeah. Like if they were a trade, who would you want? Nobody.
Nobody.
Like, if they were to lose that, I honestly feel like the season would be bleh.
Yeah.
Even like now, it's kind of looking right now. And the season barely ended. It's already looking like
There is actually one trade that I'm just thinking about that I might do that for.
What trade is that?
Yeah, but that is I think he's too more valuable even for Lamb.
Oh, really? What trade?
It's ridiculous, but Mahomes. Yeah, I don't think they would trade Lamb for Mahomes.
No, they would. That would be dumb.
Nah, and the Chiefs, what they need and what they're looking for is more than likely picks.
Yeah,
picks, and we don't have them. We don't have them. That's what we're struggling with right now.
They're just fishing. From what I last when Jerry Jones is just fishing.
It's because it does make it does make it harder because our picks are very low since we've been having pretty much good season consecutively. So we don't really have picks out there, and it makes it harder. It makes it more difficult. And it makes it more difficult when you don't make the right choices and let go of players that you're not supposed to. But
and also miss out on players that are available.
Yes,
and
of course.
Affordable.
On top of that, I mean, well,
we'll get into that one right now.
I mean, I don't have no idea. Like, there's so many that they missed out on. There's so many opportunities. I would like to know what reasons do they have for one. Two of the biggest ones is Derek Henry and Diggs, who I mean, the other Diggs, receiver Diggs. I mean, that's ridiculous. Yeah, I mean that's ridiculous. Now, on top of that, the other rumor would be the trade, and this is the one that I really actually kind of like. It's the Prescott trade for Derek Carr.
Whoa.
Yeah, okay. A straight up trade.
Whoa, between
Carr? Yeah,
I haven't heard of that one. Yeah.
He what's it called? They want to go ahead and trade him, and then they would what's it called, and see. I mean, I don't know. I kind of like that deal. Let's see. I would like to see what he's got, because he kind of like this season wasn't able to go ahead and show a lot.
Well, yeah. There was one that you were telling me that we were talking about that we kind of had like a little bit of like disagreement on was with Trey Lance.
Okay, yeah, that's the third rumor that we've heard. I thought it was actually already done, but because they kind of made it like seem like it was already done.
Yeah.
But that they traded Lance. So but it turns out like it looks like it's just a rumor so far. Trade Lance, trading him. Now that one I really don't know, and I cannot say if it's good or bad. Because in my opinion, they've been constantly saying it all season long that he cannot beat Rush out of that second string job. Why have Rush and why not just switch Rush with Lance if Lance is better or he's like the future if you want to go ahead and go that route?
Yeah.
Why keep him in third string? And why hasn't he been able to beat Rush out of that second string? And honestly, unfortunately, the Cowboys haven't given him a chance either to go ahead and see what he's got, what he's able to show and everything. I know last time you were saying that you believe Lance is a good option for the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think Trey Lance starting, like being the second string or even like starting, is a great addition. And it'll be an unfortunate loss if the Cowboys actually do trade him.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a dumb loss because one, he hasn't given the time to shine. Yeah, but there's a reason why Dallas has him because he can't perform. There's a reason. There's a reason why. There's a reason why he's still with Dallas.
I think the question that I would just say is that why haven't they put him for second string instead of third?
I probably contract negotiations or maybe conserving him for the regular season. Maybe some last minute trade up might happen that he might become a second string. Who knows? Like they need to give that boy a chance to shine.
That I agree with. I need to see more of Trey Lance to make my decision on that because I haven't seen anything. I mean, even from the other, or even for the 49ers, he just got in there and got hurt. I didn't really see. I wasn't able to see much on him, on how he played and everything.
Or maybe that's why he hasn't been. Maybe that might be a reason why he's missed out on beating Coop because of that injury.
Maybe still injured.
Yeah, maybe so.
I would hope that the Cowboys didn't get an injured player, like especially like that.
They were looking to get freaking Saquon Barkley.
No, well, that one was never confirmed, but they were like a lot of people wanted him, but that one,
the dirty rumor.
That one, yeah, that one was like okay, that one was but I never heard anybody with the one that kept on, and that one was never even confirmed by the Cowboys was Derrick Henry too. No running back.
That one was confirmed that they didn't really contact.
Yeah, that's right. But it was put dumb, out there. Dumb, ridiculous. Ridiculous. They didn't even come for. Well, that's what Derrick Henry said. Yeah. Derrick as by him, and the Cowboys haven't said anything, so I believe him because he haven't coming back. That they didn't even bother to ask him to come. Show him the facility. Give him an opportunity. Maybe negotiate a little bit, man. But honestly, what they gave him. I mean, to what they were paying Pollard, I mean, it would have been the same, honestly. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I believe Derrick Henry would have been happier, and he said it himself. He wanted that, so he could have probably toned it down on the pay. On top of that, you know what I mean. So you could have taken a pay cut.
That would have been great. That would have been
that would have been.
They kept them like bringing them to Texas and all that.
Yeah,
at least go up there further in strength as a team.
I agree.
Before losing their throne
and kind of and exactly, and then going back to the other digs, and we'll go ahead and translate now. Go into Houston and congratulate them for what they did because of. We should have gotten Diggs on top of that, and that's another missed opportunity that we didn't get the receiver Diggs. And congratulations to Houston for doing good and getting him.
Yeah, indeed.
Going and getting him.
The man with 107 receiving yard, rushing 1,183, averaged 8 touchdowns. That was a great snag by the Texans.
They're not great. Although I will say, I know he had one of his off seasons last year, but I don't believe it's because they didn't give him a chance. He would have had a lot more yardage on that.
It's because you could tell already that he wanted out.
Yeah, he definitely wanted out of the Bills.
Now, if you see a player that wants out, are you going to play him?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah, no. Yeah, if you don't, and I said it the same way, bro. Remember what I said about Parsons? If he doesn't want to be with us,
Yes.
I don't. I hate to see him go, but
Yeah,
would rather him not be
yeah,
here
yeah,
for the
because
same
he's gonna
reason.
cost the team. He's gonna cost himself being injured.
Yes, that.
And I say the same thing with Diggs. And like
Yeah.
he's more than happy. He's already making video with the helmet on and all that.
Well, how
in his
wouldn't he
locker
be
room.
happy with CJ as his quarterback? I
Yeah,
mean,
exactly.
they got a bright dual team right there,
Dude,
double team right there.
Dude, they got some. I
See,
said it before,
yeah,
and I'll say it again. They got some killers in Houston.
yeah,
The offense and defense, brother.
yeah. No, no, no. I'm gonna be honest with you. What I'm scared for Houston now
Mm-hmm.
is not this season; it's next season.
Oh, okay.
Why? Because all them bills are gonna go up. Those contracts are gonna go up. So
yeah, well, that's why they're all.
Yes,
I guess the only one that was all the Texans. Not
yeah, yeah, they're like this. Yeah, they got them all good. They got a sweet deal on Diggs.
Dude, yes,
they gave him. I mean, on the pennies on the dime. So that's what I'm saying. I mean, the only thing that Texans need to focus on this season is coming up with every last dime or trying to go ahead and make sure that they can keep the players that they got.
I feel with the lineup they have, both defense and offense, they'll bring the fans.
This year it's given. Yeah, this year it's already done.
They have that. And
yeah. This year they did what they needed to do.
And and once again, I stand by. And it might be controversial to you.
They will not be Texas team.
They're the top football team of Texas.
Look, they can be 10-0, and we can be 0-10, and Cowboys still reign.
Hey, as a Cowboys fan, all in, I haven't seen squat.
Yeah,
right? I've been seeing loss and loss.
Hey, you never know.
Besides the Zeke thing, which I hope it's true.
I hope it's true too.
Yeah, yes.
I really do. At least that'll give me. I mean, given that they're projected to go ahead and talk about getting Brooks. Is it Brooks? I forgot it.
Brooks.
Yeah, they're looking to get him. So on top of that, adding Brooks to that mix will be really, really sweet.
That's what I was telling you. You've seen that boy's stats.
I'm just. The problem is he's getting him on the draft, since we're really down on the draft. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's getting him, and there was a little rumor that they were trying to draft a quarterback. So if that's another thing, it could be another reason why going back to Lance is maybe that also the letting him go and try to make him, because I believe I was looking at his contract and I think they're still paying him $5 million, which is, I mean, for a third stringer, that's pretty expensive for a third stringer. I think Rush is being paid less and he's still the second stringer.
Hopefully with this eclipse comes change. They get rid of friggin' Dak as well.
Well, I will tell you, I will blame Jimmy Johnson to be in the fold if they get an amazing draft.
We still don't even know what that means.
We still don't know what that means, but we'll know what it means if they get a trio. They get
somebody
diamonds in the rough. Those three mix, man.
Maybe all in all, maybe that's Jimmy Johnson's plan. Like, you know what? Let's look towards the draft.
How do you know if
build them up and keep them in Dallas? Offer them good contracts to keep them in Dallas.
How do you know that this is not Jerry Jones stepping back and Jimmy Johnson kind of making his, for all you know, I mean, I don't know. It's been a crazy offseason. Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna lie to you. As a fan, I'm not that excited to see them on the field next season, at least at the start. Mm-hmm. But you never know; they might surprise you.
Well, my brother, as a timer that I have for baseball, I ended up getting a timer for football. As you can tell, I'm a bit excited for kickoff.
I'm not. I don't want to know.
Well, we have 148 days, 5 hours, 14 minutes, 20 seconds, 19 seconds. 17 seconds
to rip off that Band-Aid.
Yeah, to rip off that Band-Aid to see the victory and the pain.
And let's unfold.
And the beauty that is football.
It's like unfolding the plastic surgery and seeing how did it come out.
Was it botched or was it great?
I don't know. I just hope they have a successful season. That's what I'm hoping for.
Yo, yeah. No,
Yeah,
for both teams though. But
no, but all honesty is like I said, now you can see where it is, and I expect nothing less than a playoff run for the Houston Texans.
Oh yeah,
Nothing less than a Houston than a playoff.
I expect them to go the distance, and I'm not saying that as a biased fan.
Yeah.
Although part of me is biased.
Well, I'm not biased.
But as a fan that's watching that team build up, with the way they build up, honestly, I expect it to, and I see it coming. I see it coming. And with a quarterback like CJ already seasoned, and he did phenomenal for his rookie season.
I for me, it's too early to really call him seasoned because it's his second season. I think it's usually this is a season that is gonna show a lot more because everybody already has clips and has videotape on him.
Okay.
I see like this will be a good year to see like how CJ's gonna really be. Cause I know he's gonna be great nonetheless because he's got talent. You can see it right off the back.
Definitely.
Like the talent's there. It's just like it's gonna get harder. Like this, like it's already people have tape on you. People know what you do, what you're capable of, your weaknesses. So I think this year. It's when you add the seasoning. I think this is the year that he gets his seasoning.
Oh no, the reason I say season is like seasoning is because he's despite the injuries, despite him being a rookie, despite coming in clutch games that the Texans were trailing behind.
Yeah,
when they needed it, they was there. And
that's why
second round of playoffs. That's why I say he was seasoned. But it's true. You do have a point.
Yeah.
You do have a point.
Yeah.
You do have a very good point. This season it'll prove that will make them seasons.
Correct, because that's why actually that's exactly you made the points that take away from being a good quarterback and not is being able to come back, being able to be injured, come back the next game and have to win that game
desperate
to get in the playoffs. That kind of stuff. That's the kind of stuff that makes him a great player nonetheless. That's gonna go ahead. It's just the consecutive. Now every team knows that's what the consistency of the plays and everything throughout the games. That's what's like this season's gonna really show. I mean, the only thing is that don't take a page from the Cowboys playbook. They've had consecutive seasons where they have an all-star team, and they have a great season, and then here comes the playoffs and botch it. So that just go ahead. I mean, they already went second round last season, so at least that much.
I expect them to go the distance though.
Yeah, I expect at least playoff. I mean, like you said, nobody knows everything, but I do expect at least for them playoff bound.
Okay, definitely. Hopefully, CJ doesn't end up becoming Dak.
Yeah, well, I don't see that. I don't see that for a while, unless he becomes a runner and gets injured.
Although I'll give I trash on Dak a lot. I give him this. His stats this last season were great. He was one of the very best, yes, of course. But that aside, he couldn't finish it. He couldn't finish the story. A little rip from Cody Rhodes from wrestling, but he couldn't finish his story.
His stats were only like that because of his team. He has an all-star. He had great receivers. I mean, honestly, and I mean, tight end too. I mean, honestly, all the weapons is there. All he needs to do is keep the ball away from the other team and look at the success he had.
Yeah.
That's what I said. He didn't do anything special. No. He probably threw one long pass, and it was like a 30-yard pass to Lamb against against the Lions.
Yeah,
and it turned into a 90-yard touchdown pass.
Yeah,
but most of that was done by Lamb. Lamb created that opportunity. He ran it all the way, and although the throw was pretty good, that made that miss. It was pretty good, but it was a 30-yard. Besides that one, in all honesty, a lot of his throws is just nothing special. Just get the ball to the receiver, and that's what it is. He doesn't make those tight crutches, balls in the end zone, and that's where he struggled the most, getting that ball thrown in the end zone to the receiver, getting to the receiver in the red zone.
Yeah.
That was a tough. That we had both running game and passing.
Yeah.
And that's the kind of stuff where plays happen. That's where the quarterback knows. Okay, if you know that he knows where to put it,
Yeah.
where to put the ball,
Yeah.
secure the ball, and only that your receiver can catch it,
Yeah. Definitely.
or give a chance for your receiver to be the only one to catch it.
Yeah, I know. Exactly.
You know, that's what shows, and he struggled in the red zone.
Yeah, he did.
So to me, he just did what a quarterback's job is only is getting the ball to the receiver. In all honesty, and that's where I believe his stats come from.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Just probably from that, yeah.
Yeah, and look, I mean, like you said, his stats were amazing, and that's all he had to do. Imagine if we get somebody who can actually do the job.
Who can complete the task. Yeah.
It would be amazing. It would have been amazing.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, what we're gonna do? I mean, as a fan, I mean, you can either do two things: get off the wagon or stay on the wagon.
Now, when we mean by wagon, we mean with the team, not
with the team, not a bandwagon.
No, not alcoholism.
Oh, whoa.
Although the team at times.
Well, if you're a Cowboys fan, you're a drinker, so maybe they do. Maybe it does mean it. Maybe it should.
Well, before we get to the final segment of our show, let's give one more shout out to our sponsors. Apogee Comics, the best of independent comic books. If you're looking for a great read, make your next comic book Apogee. Visit Apogee Comics on all their social medias and on their website at www.apogeecomics.com.
And Rick's Auto Shop for all your auto repair needs.
Located on Indiana Street in Brownsville. Now, we really do need some sound effects.
I know.
Break this table.
Cowbell.
Ding, 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 ding. Well, it's time for Ponte Pilas Aleses Mijo Award. And my friend, my brother in sports, what would you like first? The bad news or the good news?
I think they're both they're both as good as it's gonna get. We're already off on the bad news. It's like either way.
You know what? Let's continue the rant.
Yeah, let's continue. Exactly.
The Ponte Pilas goes to the Dallas Cowboys for missing out on getting Stephon Diggs.
Well, I can agree on that.
Yeah. How hard is it to reach out and pay the man a good amount of money to come to a team that honestly that his brother's a part of, and like they got good synchronization? I bet you if he was on that team, that would have been a win for Dallas. Finally.
Well, there is something else that I heard that they didn't want for sure. Well, they said the organization that they were caught, that they did say that they did not want Diggs to go to one team in specifically, and that was the Chiefs. But them saying something like that then, what do you think? I mean, it kind of comes to mind that they probably didn't want him to go to the Cowboys. It could have been that too, because if they don't want him to go to one team, they probably chose or wanted him to go to, a different team or a certain team that they wanted, and they kept it sort of away from certain teams. And I think that could have been a possibility, but like I don't know, because I don't know if the Cowboys didn't do the same thing. They didn't even reach out to Diggs or what, or they were. I mean, I don't know, because like you said, the brother was there and he was talking to him and persuading him.
Yeah.
And even both Diggs came out saying, "I would love to go play for the Cowboys." So. You see, I don't know. I mean, maybe they just didn't let him, or they didn't want to make a deal with the Cowboys, and that's it. That's the only thing, honestly, I'm thinking. Unless they didn't want to go ahead and get him at all, then that is a big loss and stupidity on the Cowboys.
And I honestly feel like it's honestly that el otro de codo de freaking Jerry Jones no quería aflojar la feria, and of course because of that, they lost out on a great player. And the Houston Texans, well, they won somebody great. And like I said it earlier, I could talk a little about it. The Texans just arming themselves with some killers over there. Definitely,
they are.
Yeah. So yeah, Ponte Pilas, Dallas, and come on, make something happen. Hey, poke them with the stick, do something.
Don't do what the Houston Texans did.
Exactly. Now, for the S's Miko Award, it goes down. Can I get a drum roll, my brother?
Yeah, go ahead. Man.
It's a tie, actually.
Oh.
Well, it goes to Luka Doncic for having a phenomenal season, phenomenal NBA season. Since it started, he's been doing great. Points average and all that. Like he's been doing great. He's been doing great.
What, since maybe more than even half the NBA season been the most scored, the player more
points per game.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah. Like
I mean,
doing phenomenal. He's been doing phenomenal. And the way Dallas is right now, I expect nothing but playoff wins and possibly going to the finals.
The only team right now left.
Yeah. It's like Star Wars. They are the Obi-Wan Kenobi.
They're our only hope.
They're the only hope. They're the only hope. Oh,
Luka, don't fail me.
Come on, bring that win. Bring that win to Texas, Dallas. You got this.
They're the only chance to go ahead and bring at least this season. Yeah. Although technically, baseball season just started, so I guess season. I guess you can put it in the way.
No. We'll get the blood pressure going.
Yeah, with that bit baseball.
I mean, it was already been up and down this series with the Rangers and Nationals. But the other half of the SS Miko Award goes to the Houston Texans. As I said earlier, for nabbing Stephon Diggs, something that Dallas didn't do. And the way the stats he had, they weren't that great because he wanted out. But even at that, his like not his best was still good. No. So Buffalo lost out on a great player. But hey, if he didn't want to play there anymore,
his stats rise was like that because they didn't they were having conflict already.
Exactly.
Yeah,
it was but now the hype and the determination that he has and the excitement that he has for the great city of Houston. Whoo, doggies. Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I expect nothing but wins from them.
But the best, man. Nothing but the best from H-Town.
Yes, I expect a lot of success there.
Yes.
I think, like I said, the only thing that I would be worried about in Houston would be the following year, because you're gonna have to open up that checkbook completely if you want to keep them boys.
Well, let's see how they play this season. If they play, it's worth the check.
Why?
I'm writing them right.
It's worth the check. Go do it. Go ahead.
Go ahead. What do you? How much?
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Yeah, because I'll tell you this much, Stephon, if he has a successful season, he's gonna want to get paid.
Oh yeah,
he's gonna want to get paid.
And I'm pretty sure they'll pay him too. So
now, CJ, this will be his second year, so I don't know. I don't know if they gave him, if they'll franchise him, so they can keep him at a lower rate. Maybe, but I mean, I wouldn't mind them doing that. It depends. I mean, of course, seeing how he does this year, and hopefully he doesn't get injured, to go ahead and keep him at a lower thing, but lower pay rate. But honestly, they're gonna have to pay CJ too after this one, because it's second. It's gonna be the third year. So I mean, he's gonna have to get paid. I mean, other receivers in it also. I mean, I see a few that they got the what's it called. And we're gonna have to see the running game. How's the running game? I've laid back on the Houston. How's the running game is still all centered against what's his name?
Well, it was on Tank Dell, and then that loss of Singletary. Actually, it's not even felt anymore with Mixon and freaking Diggs now. He se siente.
Well, I mean, the in the running game, we'll go ahead and I guess, but I mean that's not a bad the running game. But I will say, they need they already got the passing game. They need to work on the running game to make sure that they got that going, and if they have both of them, they'll fly.
Yeah.
Now just to go ahead and draft defense, to go ahead and go ahead and make sure they toughen up on the defense and they have a complete offense and defense.
Yeah, definitely. Well, those are two winners for this was Miko. And that wraps up another episode of Tailgate 956. It's been a great one, my brother.
Yes, it has.
Once again, for Tailgate 956, I'm Rene Garza Jr.
And I'm Freddie Guevara.
And we'll see you at the next Tailgate.